I've always struggled with this concept of code switching. Always had an issue with it. Because why can't you be yourself at work? Why does you being you dictate the work that you produce when you're at work? As long as you're getting the work done and getting the job done right, it shouldn't matter.
The terminology code switching is because we have to show up as ourselves differently in different places, in different spaces.
Welcome to another episode of the Not Yo Average Aunties podcast, where the group chat comes to life. Conversation gets real, sometimes steamy, sometimes spicy, sometimes funny, all of the above. Nothing's off limits. If you're here for laughs, truth, perspective, you are in the right place. I am Key, and I'm here with my co-hosts Jay and Joe. And we're going to talk about this topic. It's gonna get real, could get spicy up in here. All right, y'all. Let's talk about something that many of us know how to do, some better than others, but don't always talk about. And this topic of code switching, that shift in tone, the adjustment to language, that subtle calibration of who you are depending on the room that you're in. So, in alignment, as always, in alignment with this week's topic, I would love for you to sing a lyric that represents your work self, and then sing a lyric that represents your real self.
There's only one song. Just take me as I am, or have nothing at all. Just take me. We all know who we singing. Mary J.
All right.
So, of course, my traditional way, I tell you what my song is. Not going to sing it.
All right.
But I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
So, I did Video by NDRE. That's my work self.
Not only girl in the video. Ow. Okay, go ahead.
So, because at work, I'm constantly, shaping who I am, separating myself from the stereotypes. So, listen, I am not your average girl. So I think I use that same song for both.
My work song is by somebody I've been in heavy rotation lately, Olivia Dean. It's called Lady Lady. That lady, she's the man. I think she got a master plan. And the reason why I chose that particular lyric is because I have to sometimes, many instances, have shown up at work not being the soft, being a little bit more aggressive. I need to get shit done. And I'm taking on more of a masculine persona. But then we talk about the real me. I gotta do Who's Real by Jadakiss. He's phony, she's fake. That's the type of people I hate. If you're real, let me know. Clap your hands. Because I don't hate a fake motherfucker. And I don't like liars. All right? So, and I do like Jadakiss. So do you find yourself code switching?
I think you do, whether it be work or not, because you're reading the room. And to answer your question, yeah, depends where I'm at.
Joe, what about you?
Early, Joe, I had a problem with it and I struggled with it. As I'm getting older, I tend to do it more because I'm noticing I can't be me all the time because it's not received well. I'm getting to a point now where it's not working for me. I'd rather just be me, but it's still hard. So I've always struggled with this concept of code switching. Always had an issue with it. Because why can't you be yourself at work? Why does you being you dictate the work that you produce when you're at work? As long as you're getting the work done and getting the job done right, it shouldn't matter.
Is it only happening at work? I know you're using work but to Jay's point, it could be in and out of work. It could be in a variety of different. It depends on what room you're in. And also the definition I said, it depends on what room.
Most of the time when I'm code switching, I am at work. Lately now, I've learned to tone down how people see me. And I'm struggling with that because it's not working for me. I'm trying something new and it's not working.
What's not working for you? What are you trying that's not working for you?
Me softening me, or me not being able to be me, because when I speak or when I do things or when I say something, it's always being taken out of context a lot of the time. And it doesn't matter who I'm talking to now. So I'm biting my tongue more and I don't like it.
How is that serving you?
It's not serving me well at all, but I am working on me. So as I said, I've always struggled with that concept, and is interfering with work as well as personal and family. It encompasses all.
Can I ask one other question?
What's that?
So do you think softening yourself is not being you? Because I think there's a way, I think we use the term softening as not saying things in a soft voice, soft tone, versus saying things in a way that a person can probably digest it a little bit differently, because people can't always take your tone, or they don't get your tone, they don't understand your tone. And maybe sometimes it is your tone and you're not acknowledging it because you think this is how I always talk, this is what I always say, this is how I always do, not necessarily makes it right. I guess my question is there some adjustments that can be made on your end, but not to the point where you feel like you're not being yourself?
I guess it all depends on the individual. If you truly know me, and if I've said something that I'm saying it how I would normally say it, it's being taken as I didn't like your tone. But if you truly know me, you should have known that I'm not coming at you no way. It was just how I responded. I shouldn't have to do that with everybody. I can understand doing it at work, because we as Black women are always perceived as being the aggressor, or being too aggressive at work with our tone, no matter how soft the delivery is. But then I got to be phony with family and friends too, when I've always been like that. And my delivery on how I said certain things shouldn't have been taken any old kind of way other than how I said it. I have tough skin. People that surround me, and we're New Yorkers, we all got tough skin.
Who said that? Just who say that?
Look, if you're a true New Yorker, you got tough skin. And
you
being a
generalizing things. Nah, everybody, not every
generalizing.
Not every New Yorker has tough skin.
They don't. It's a facade.
And in some people, it has to build up for some people. I'm going to tell you, I was one of those individuals. I didn't have tough skin. I've built tough skin over time. So I'm not one of those individuals I can say, oh, I always had tough skin. No, that I'd be lying if I said that. No, I didn't.
So I guess adjustments could be made. I struggle with that, as I said, because it depends on the individual. And I know getting older has made me look at things a little differently versus how I used to be.
I think as Black people, we live multiple lives in a lot of cases. I think there's a version of us at work, there's a version of us at home, there's a version of us with certain friends, depending on the levels. Then there's a version with another friends, there's a version of us with family, different tone, different vocabulary, different energy. As a young adult, the way I would talk to my grandmother may be very different at 20 years old than what I was talking to her at 40 years old. Mm-hmm. It's still code switching. I'm not going to use the same vernacular that I'm going to use with my day ones. She ain't going to get it. This topic is about code switching. It's not just work. It's across the board. Are we ever fully ourselves in every space?
No.
That's just not the way it is. The way I talk to my husband, I'm going to talk to my husband. I think, honestly, if I want to be real, the person that I could be all versions is with my husband. He sees it. My kids, they make fun of me too. They see it.
Yeah.
And then my day ones and certain other friends. But there's always a different version. And I'm perfectly okay with it. Listen, we're to your point, Jay, the definition, depending on what space I'm in, I'm reading the room. Mm-hmm. I'm a big believer. If I want a certain outcome, and I challenge you with this, Joe, if I want a certain outcome, then I have to deliver my message in a way that I can get that outcome, depending on who I'm talking to. And that flex is independent of race, ethnicity. It doesn't matter. It's me reading the room and understanding the energy that's in that room.
It's a component of influencing, right? So when you are in a room or you are interacting with a certain individual, you want that interaction to go a certain way. And if you come up the same way in every interaction, your end results are not going to ever be the same. They're going to always be different. So your interaction has to be different to get the outcome that you're hoping to get.
I remember, what was it? Probably back in the 2016, 2012 up until 2016, 2017 range in corporate America, there was a movement. Be authentic. You could be authentic here. You could bring yourself to work. And that was the theme in corporate America. It was an employee's market. And when it's an employee's market, employers are they're hustling to try to get talent in the door because it's so competitive. They can go anywhere they want. They were like, you can come and be your authentic self. But let's be clear, for Black folk, that ain't always safe. No, you can't. We're not coming to be our authentic self. We adjust, we soften, we refine, we translate. And again, it's not just about sounding professional. It's about navigating white dominating spaces. So it's not always your tone. It's just reading that energy. Mm-hmm. You can say something soft mm-hmm. and be just as firm and get the outcome that you want. But you can say it hard. You know, it's the words that you're using, the energy that you're giving, all those things.
Body language.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. Because listen, I don't have no damn poker face. Even if I'm sitting there and not saying much, I'm saying a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's one of the things that I've been working on, to be quite honest. I am finding that I am showing up in my authentic self more at work than I did before. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm not saying the Jay at home is the same Jay at work. What I'm saying is you get more of my personality, more of who I truly am in terms of how I like to interact with people, talk with people, communicate with people, mm-hmm. and not none of that fluffy stuff. Because that's not me. I like to keep it real. I like to keep it honest. I like to keep it direct. Mm-hmm. The same in return, but it's a way to do that where it doesn't come. It's not off-putting, and it's not making somebody feel like they're beneath you or they're your child or something like that. So, but it's just more of, this is who I am, and I'm just being more direct than what I was before.
I think for me, just to piggyback off of that, I think I've always infused my personality to a certain degree just by the nature of the job that I had. So it always worked in my favor. However, you were to ask me, do I come to work my full self? Like I said, the only person that's really got that mostly is my husband, but and my immediate family. But I would say that it has always been a curated version. And the reason is they don't deserve all of me. It doesn't serve me to give you all of me. I'm going to give you the portion of me that's going to get the job done, get my check, and let me roll and do what I need to do mm-hmm. and roll on out of there. I could reserve that energy for something else, for the people that actually will appreciate it.
As I said, I still struggle with it because when you're not being you, I just feel like you're being fake. If you can't just be you, I'm not saying that you're giving them all of you at work. But why do I have to tone down or dumb down me? I'm not just talking speech. I'm just talking overall. My personality speaks, I can be loving, fun going, but I also get my job done, no matter how it's delivered. If I'm being me, why do I have to tone that down to appease somebody else or to make them feel a real type of way? It's like you have to be fake with whatever circle you're in. Why do you have to do that? Why you just can't be you? It all depends on how much you're giving them, but still, you be you. Don't soften your voice or diminish you as a person to appease the person that you're dealing with.
I think I said that before. I don't think code switching is softening your voice. I think it's changing.
It encompasses all of it. I understood
how you communicate with the person that you're interacting with. How are you going to get them to receive the message you're trying to deliver, right? So it's not necessarily talking soft. It may be using a different word, maybe taking a different approach, and that's just, and it's not you not being yourself. You are being yourself. So I don't want you to feel like code switching is you not being you. You are being you, but you are being you in a way that you are going to have the interaction that you want to have. You don't want it to be combative. You want to make sure that everybody's like on the same page and no one's misinterpreting anything or reading something other than what it actually is. I don't think it's code switching to do that.
I don't think it's being fake, depending on who's in the room. I could be different. Mm-hmm. I'm different with you than I am with my day ones. I'm different with both of y'all. I'm different with my husband than I am with y'all. If we use the work scenario, there's just a different version of me. That's it. It's not being fake. In fact, I pride myself on versatility. You know, that I could go into different rooms with different people and listen, I'm all about getting the outcome I want. That's like me asking for a raise. Yo, you gonna give me that fucking money? You gonna come up off that fucking money?
No, you're not gonna ask like that.
I'm not gonna ask like that. But if that's real me, you know what I'm saying?
In the back of my head, this is
give me that motherfucking money.
Yeah.
Fucking gonna give it to fucking Pollyanna. Like what? No, that's not. I'm not gonna get the results I'm looking for. You know, good and goddamn well I bust my ass and did better than Pollyanna, but you going, what the fuck you giving me? 25? Get the fuck out of here. No, that's not going to get me the results I want. So I'm going to say it differently. I brought in $3.5 million into this organization. You know, I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to build up the case. Again, call it what you want. That ain't being fake. I'm trying to get the outcomes I'm trying to get. That's in anything I do. The beauty of it is that we deal with people and everybody thinks differently. Each or three of us on this platform, we think differently. Clearly, we're thinking differently about this topic, right? You see it as being fake. I don't see it as being, but there's plenty of people that do see it as being fake.
Yeah.
And I think it's because they're not looking at it similar to you in a different perspective, holistically. I'm not going to talk to my grandmother and be like, yo, I think, you know, Uncle so-and-so was a fucking jackass. I'm not going to say that. Now, in my 20s, I'm not going to say it. In my 40s, I would. 40 plus, I did. I'm a different person. We developed a different relationship. But again, so with a cousin, I may speak one way. With another cousin, I may speak another way. And that's because I know if I deliver a message in one way, they're not going to get it. It's not going to be palatable to them. It's not going to be digestible because they got blockers on. They can't see it. So I have to deliver it in a way that I know, oh, they're going to get my message. So I pride myself on having that ability to do that and being versatile. So yeah.
We all have the ability to do it.
No, we all don't have the ability to do it. Listen, it's levels to it. I tie it back to code switching. If we all had the ability to do it, then maybe you wouldn't see it as fake. It's levels.
No.
It's
or that levels. You're diminishing yourself
or
and not
that you're diminishing yourself.
Yeah.
See, I'm just challenging you to think a little bit differently.
I have the ability to code switch. I just don't like having to do it. That's my argument.
Okay.
Because I've had to do it all this time. I just don't like doing it. Yeah.
But it's just different. I don't look at it as something negative. I'd say it's just different versions of me. And like
it benefits me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So now we both said that we do this to benefit us. Are we swindlers? Are we swindlers?
Swindlers.
Are we swindling?
They paying me a salary. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do to get what I want. I mean, I don't think of it like that. No, but again, I just think that to me, I don't subscribe to the whole be your authentic self at work because that doesn't work for all Black folk. It just don't.
Thing is, like, what is authentic? The way you show up at work is how you show up at work, and that's how your interactions are at work, right? The way you show up at home, and I think the terminology code switching is because we have to show up as ourselves differently in different places in different spaces.
Yes.
So I don't. It's a code switching is just a phrase, right? But the reality is that we all show up differently in different spaces.
We do.
In different places.
We do.
And the interactions drive that. The people that you're talking to, that you're interacting with, drive that. So if you come in every room, in every space the same way, one outcome that you got over here, you're not going to get it over here because that interaction does not dictate you to be coming in that way or communicating or behaving that way.
Let's be clear. I understood everything that everybody is saying here, but I'm just giving my opinion on how I feel about it. I know you have to do that. I have done it. I still do. It's exhausting. That's my feeling on it.
I don't debate that. It can be exhausting. It's an emotional regulation. It's, you got to
have to remind yourself.
Yeah, you got to be hyper aware. You got to be hyper aware of what it is
all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's why I tap out.
When we talk about code switching and authenticity, a lot of it connects to how we learn to present ourselves in different spaces over time. We talked about that because the expectations, especially professional environments, weren't always spoken, but they were definitely understood. Professional environments to come with clear expectations about how you should present yourself. Today, there's more room for individuality. Like I said, I'm showing up a little bit more of how I actually am. But many people still feel they have to read the room carefully, which we do. So I'm wondering, has workplace culture truly changed, or have we just gotten better at navigating it?
We've gotten better at it.
I think it's a combination of both. It depends. That's an interesting question. It's nuanced because it depends on the industry you're in, etc. Right?
Mhm.
Because my answer would change if I'm talking about, let's say, the tech industry versus financial services industry. So if I look at that, you can't be in a vacuum. Like, this answer can't be in a vacuum.
Yeah, because when you think about appearance in those two industries,
Yeah.
tech was really jeans, t-shirts, whatever and the financial industry is
adapted.
It's coming. They're adapting to that.
Yes.
You're wearing the jeans. You probably wearing a button up with a tie and a blazer, but you're still wearing jeans and maybe even sneakers, right? If you think about the financial services piece of it, it depends on the client you're going to go see. So if the client is construction, do you show up in a suit and tie to go to your client? No, maybe not, because they're not. So it's like more like showing up as the client that you're going to see.
I think that the organizations that were touting the whole authenticity thing, I think that was a marketing ploy just to get people in the door, to be fair. Who are you most yourself around? Like, who gets all of you? I already gave you my answer, but I'm interested to see what you guys think.
My family.
Yeah, my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I trust them.
Because they ain't got no other choice now.
That part too, but no, I trust them. I mean, I think it's hard. How could you not be yourself around your family? Why would you not want to be yourself around your family? That would be the bigger question for me. Like, why would I want to be fake around the people that I'm waking up to every day and staying at night to every night, and we are spending time in common spaces? Like, I'm talking about my immediate family. Like,
yeah.
I think love me or leave me alone.
I think you're absolutely right. You need to give that every version of you, your immediate family, your significant other should see. To answer your question, extended family, why would you give a different version? I think sometimes because they can't take it. They can't take you. So the same reasons why they can't take you in the office. And after that, I say they don't deserve all of me, so I don't give it. Yeah, and I'm cool. That's why in the places where I feel like they don't deserve all of me, I have measured time there. Work, it's a certain amount of hours, and even with extended family and/or friends, whoever, acquaintances, is a specified amount of time because it's exhausting.
Welcome to Auntie's Court. Court is now in session.
All right, court is now in session. The case is the People versus Airport Abandonment. Aunties are presiding. In today's case, in the matter of dog mom versus the airline, the charge: a woman shows up in the airport with her dog. She doesn't have the required paperwork to fly with her dog. Instead of resolving the issue, she leaves the dog at the ticket counter and proceeds to go to her gate, claiming she was trying to rebook her flight. Is this confusion or criminal negligence? Let's roll the tape.
A woman has been arrested at a Las Vegas airport after she allegedly abandoned her 2-year-old dog at a ticket counter, police said. When told that she did not have the proper paperwork to bring the dog on the flight, she tied the leash to a ticket counter and headed to the departure gate, where police confronted her.
No, what we're going to do is we're going to walk you back to where your dog's at, and then when you get issue a citation because you left your dog at the ticket counter.
When asked why she abandoned the dog, she stated the airline would not allow her to fly with it and claimed the dog had a tracking device, implying that it was acceptable to leave the animal behind and it would return to her. Las Vegas police said in a statement. She was booked on charges of animal abandonment and resisting arrest. The dog, nicknamed JetBlue by authorities, was placed in Animal Protective Services for 10 days. The woman was offered a chance to retrieve her dog, but she did not. So JetBlue has been placed into foster care and is currently looking for a forever home.
Today's court, we're examining 1, formal charges: negligence of a dependent; 2, poor planning.
Man, she deserved her, man. You already know, she deserved her ass whooped. She should have known all this information and had all her ducks in a row before she even arrived at the airport. The fact that she did all of that and then had the nerve to say because the dog had a tracking device, that it was going to end up back in her possession when she come back. These charges and what you have is not enough. They needed to throw the book at her. She should be getting good jail time for this. Not no citation and paying a fine.
Judge and jury of the court, my defendant has decided to take a plea deal. She is sincerely sorry for her actions, and she is going to do 2 years of community service at a dog shelter.
No, that's not enough. She needs to be doing 18 months in the state pen.
I don't agree with the 18 months in the state pen, and I'm a dog lover. I think that she should just listen. She ain't want that dog.
The dog was stopping her life. She had someplace to go.
Look, homie was like, I'm getting on this plane. She was posted up at that gate, like when they gonna board, or she was waiting for that boarding announcement, child. They gonna say, oh, I was trying to change my ticket. You a motherfucking lie. Yeah, you know you lying. But either way, poor dog.
Poor dog.
Poor dog. Because
JetBlue.
on the strength of this, and we could, I hate to make assumptions, but how was she treating the dog?
Yeah, that's interesting because in the video, the dog looked to be groomed.
Yeah.
Had the proper what do you call it, harness on. So
owning a dog is a lie. It's not for the faint of heart, and it takes a lot of commitment, and it takes a lot of dedication and sacrifice.
Poor dog. That's all I can say. Throw the book at her.
Exactly. Nope, she need to be doing some type of jail time. Then when she come out, then do the community service in the dog shelter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then make her know next time, if you ain't ready for a dog, don't get one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think she know now. She ain't getting no more dog.
She ain't even retrieve the damn dog. She's talking about damn.
And that's even way messed up.
And didn't even go get the damn dog. And that could be embarrassment. That could be embarrassment. So who knows? What say you? What say you, people? What do you think? What do you think about code switching? What do you think about? Listen, if you had a dog, you gonna abandon your dog. Right? You gonna abandon that dog. As always, your growth is valid. Your journey is absolutely yours. If you don't want to code switch, don't do it. Don't do it. And if you feel like you want to give different versions of yourself, then do it. It's your life. Live it how you want to be lived. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late to choose yourself. That's what you absolutely should be doing every damn day. If anything in this conversation made you think, made you laugh, made you angry, made you say, that might be me, or maybe somebody that you know, do us a favor, subscribe, like, comment, share it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. If there's something that you want us to preside, because we love the Auntie's Court, to preside over, send us an email at nyaapod1 and read it back to you again. It's nyaapod1 Love you for listening. Thank you for tapping in. Till next week. Peace.
Peace.